Hellcat.
What is up out there, my random place family? Back with another video, and today, like always, I got something special planned. So today I'm doing my first mukbang. I don't really know what it's called, but I got my favorite meal here. I got canes, so I'm gonna be, chowing down on some canes and talking about Game of Thrones. You probably saw from the thumbnail. And so, yeah, let's just get right into it. Did I mention I love canes? I do. Okay, so Game of Thrones. Let's get into it. Now, what I will do is, to be fair, because a lot of people, probably like 80% of the people watching this video, probably done already seen Game of Thrones. So, for them, this will be like nostalgia, just going back, revisiting the show. As far as like where I'm at right at season 5, like I just started season 5. But I will do a spoiler free because a lot of people that I've been talking to have kind of been waiting on this video because they was kind of like me. They either started it and couldn't get into it, or they just never got on the Game of Thrones bandwagon. And so I'm going to try my best to do it spoiler free. And then maybe like if I decide that I'm going to do some spoilers, I give a big like, hey, spoilers coming. And then, hey, turn the video off. So, I don't know how people do this. Like, eat while they talking. It seems rude. But I do watch a mukbanger. I don't know. But go check out Mouthful of Veggies. Amazing channel. She posts daily mukbangs where she eat like it's phenomenal food. Some of it she cooks, some of it she buy. But it's good content. That's what a mukbang is supposed to be. What I'm doing, completely winging it. Now, let me go and get into the topic. Game of Thrones. Hey, look. It's a phenomenal show. Now, if you into, number one, if you into like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Aragon, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, anything like that, you absolutely gonna love Game of Thrones. Now, I know what you're thinking. If that's the truth, why didn't I watch it? Because obviously I'm into a couple of those shows and movies I just said. So with me, I gave Game of Thrones a try. And I made a huge mistake because what I did was I watched the first episode and I didn't even make it through the first episode, but it was so slow that I couldn't imagine how this show was good. So I quit watching it, and people was hype about it. Like I kept hearing people saying like, hey, this is a good show. You need to watch it. And I was like, nah, it's trash. Huge mistake on my part. Sidebar. If you go to Cane's and you don't get extra cane sauce, you're not experiencing canes like you're supposed to be. That's the plug. Antonella, if you're watching, you got to go to Cane's. I can't say it no plainer than that. So yeah, so it take place, it's like a medieval type show. And I'd be damned if they didn't get the name right, because the name of the show is Game of Thrones, and that's literally what the show is about. Big game to see who's going to sit on the throne. It's about politics. And the funny thing is, even with today, it's like that's what the world about. It's all about politics. Whew, too much cane sauce. Whew, too much. I mean, it's so hard to talk about it without doing spoilers. So it's a great show. Let me tell you the reasons why I like it. It's great action scenes, but you get emotionally invested into some of these characters. So I go ahead and tell you off the top because it's not a spoiler. People told me. People die. And people die who you don't necessarily think are going to die. Like people who you think going to be main characters who going to be there to the end. They dying. And I mean, the way it build you up, you be so invested in these characters, and then they die off, and then before you know it, you crying. So far, I think I've cried 3 times. Now, I don't want to give the moments that I cried because, like other people, I like to be completely like taken off guard when something happens. So if I tell you the moment, then you'll be waiting and and then when you read the description of the episode, dang, this is where Nathan was talking about. So I don't want to do that. But I will tell you, as somebody who called the show trash and then actually watched it and got into it, I'll let you know. The first episode is going to be rough, but it's necessary. It's setting up characters for you to understand. The second episode, same thing. It's going to be kind of slow. I would even argue that the third episode is kind of slow. But these episodes are 100% necessary to get you set up for the rest of season 1. And I think it's like 10, 11 episodes in season 1. And you need these episodes. Like, if you don't watch them, you really won't understand. And like I said, that starts the process of building those emotional ties. In my opinion, any show that get me so emotionally involved that I cry when a character that is clearly made up gets killed off, that's great storytelling. And it's phenomenal storytelling. Now, I will say, and I mean, you already know, but if you don't watch it with the kids. There's sex scenes everywhere, you know? And I mean, it don't get like hustler graphic, you know? But I mean, it's nipples everywhere and butt cheeks, and I mean, it's graphic. I would say, I don't know how you run your household, but it's definitely an 18 and up show if you ask me. But you know, you run your household how you want to do it. It ain't my business, you know? But it's got, like I said, sword fighting. It's got the politics. It's got crime solving. It's got dragons in it. And let me tell you, I can say Khaleesi. She is so dope. She is one of the reasons that I'm locked in. And I've been hearing a lot of people say the last season is trash. At this point, I don't care if it is trash. I want to see it to the end so I can join in and be one of the people that said, hey, the last season was trash. But it's no way I'm stopping at this point. What I'm telling y'all is Game of Thrones is hands down probably top 10 shows that I didn't ever watch, and I'm not even done with it. It's just so good. And then anytime you have a show on a premium network like HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, you can do a little bit more with it because you can push the boundaries. Like, there's only so much you can do on Fox, even though they starting to push the boundaries. I saw an FX show yesterday, and I saw nipples on there. So, I mean, they starting to push the boundaries too. But anytime that you have a show on a premium network, lemonade from Cane's. I have to stop and do these quick plugs. Cane's should pay me. Oh, fresh squeezed lemonade. Anytime you have a show on a premium network like HBO or Cinema, it's going to be better because you can do more stuff with it. You can push the limits far beyond what you can do on basic TV. So to me, that allows you to tell the story more. It's just more realistic because it's more real life stuff that we would do. Whereas on like a Fox network, they may hold back. On HBO, it's full throttle. What else can I say about the show? I would tell you, like, give it a try. As somebody who didn't want to watch the show and said it was terrible, give it a try. And I would say try to give it, and I know it's a big investment, but I'm telling you, I've watched a lot of TV. And if I'm telling you this show is the top 10 of all the shows I didn't watch, that's saying something. So I would say, because each episode is an hour, I would say you have to emotionally and physically invest at least 5 hours. If you can watch 5 episodes, if you're not hooked by episode 5, I'm not going to say you won't like it, but a lot of good stuff happened in the first 5 episodes of Game of Thrones. Now, overall, season 1, it was really good, but season 2 is what solidified it for me, and I knew I was going all the way. Season 1 was real good. It was great cliffhangers, and like I said, it starts to build the story, but season 2, you already kind of emotionally involved in these characters. You want to see what this person's doing. Did she grow up? How did she handle this tragedy? What is she going to do? Is he going to fight? Who did this? Who did this? Who going to sit on the throne? And so season 2, if you make it past season 2, if you watch season 1 and season 2 and you quit, it's only one reason, and that don't even happen to season 2. Now, that's an episode that I won't talk about that nobody told me about. But when I saw it, it was literally the saddest thing I ever saw. I saw this episode, and I didn't watch no more Game of Thrones for the rest of that night, and I didn't watch it the next day. I was so emotionally and mentally, like, exhausted and just blown away. And so I'm not going to tell you nothing about it. All I'm going to tell you is, I think that's the 3rd season. I think it's the 3rd season. If you make it there and then you want to stop, I could understand why. third season, somewhere in there. But other than that, if you make it past like the second season, like season 2, episode 5, you're gonna be just like me. You gonna almost be wanting to make a YouTube video like, hey, Game of Thrones is the business. This is a terrible mukbang because I can't even eat and talk about Game of Thrones. I'm just excited about it. I'm ready to go watch some more right now. But I had to drop this video because so many people have been asking me questions and where I'm at. And it's all I can talk about now. So I've been talking to people about it. And like I said, what I am going to plan on doing is maybe tomorrow or the next couple of days, I might even record it today. I want to do a Game of Thrones videos with my top 3 heartbreaks. And then another video with my top 3 favorite scenes up until this point. And like I said, I'm on season 5 now. So it'll be from season 1 to season 5. My top 3 heartbreaks and my top 3 action moments. So that'll probably be broken into 2 videos. So I want to tell you to leave stuff in the comments, but don't, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who is watching this video, because this is, I've made up my mind, it's going to be spoiler free, and I'm not going to give nothing about it. But I mean, that's the best that I can say without giving you too much. I really didn't give you nothing, just kind of talked about the show. But I'm not real good. Like, if I start telling you bits and pieces, then I'm going to start saying spoilers before I knew it, and then I ain't going to blow it up. So like I said, this video is spoiler free. Take it from me. If you can make it to season 1, episode 5, I feel like you're going to be definitely, like, invested enough to finish season 1. But if you make it to season 2, episode 5, nobody else is going to have to convince you. You're going to be in it. Because every episode after that, it's like every episode is a cliffhanger. It's like one time I was watching Game of Thrones and I just couldn't stop watching. Before I knew it, it was 5:15 in the morning. I had to be at work at 9 o'clock. It be them type of cliffhangers. I'm talking about I was dog tired and I couldn't stop. Like, I thought I was finna fall asleep, and I mean, something happened. I was like re-energized, and I was all just tuned in. So I mean, hey, y'all got to give it a try. And I mean, if you do give it a try, at least leave in the comments, like, what did you think? If you watch the first, like, 3 episodes, like I said, the first 3 episodes are extremely slow, but they set up important character moments, and you have to have those episodes. Like, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and if you watch Harry Potter, that's a terrible example. Harry Potter, like, full go all the way through. But let's fast forward to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is probably the slowest Harry Potter of all of them. That movie was, like, slow. It was almost no action. It was just pure, like, just knowledge that you needed to know. But without the Half-Blood Prince, we wouldn't have had a Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. And Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 was amazing. And I might make a whole nother video about Harry Potter, because I'm a Harry Potter nerd. Hashtag Slytherin for life. I don't care nothing about Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw. I don't care nothing about it. I'm repping Slytherin. We ain't all evil. We just get a bad rep. But hey, look, that's pretty much all I got to say about Game of Thrones right now. Be on the lookout for them spoiler videos, because I want to get into it right now. I really want to get into it right now, but I'm not, because I'm going to respect the fact that I want everybody to be just as shocked and excited as I am. Because when you see some of this stuff that's happening, you're going to be talking about it to your friends, your family. I don't even know some of the people that's going to be watching this video. You might be inboxing me trying to talk to me. Please inbox me. I need more people to talk about. Because so far, the few people I'm talking about, they probably getting tired of hearing it. But I'm going to keep talking to them. Game of Thrones, it's a must. If you already watched it, watch it again. If you haven't watched it, give it a try. I can't say it enough. Give it to the 5th episode. If you don't like it, I mean, I'm going to just tell you to skip to season 2. So, I'm going to go on record by saying, if you watching Game of Thrones, you get to that 5th episode and you still not emotionally invested, just go ahead and skip it. You're going to miss some important stuff. Some people going to be gone. I can't say nothing about it. But skip to season 2, episode 1, and start right there. Stuff get good. Maybe some dragons show up. People die. People fight. It get lit. That's all I got to say about that. Shout out to Canes. Because even though this was a terrible mukbang, and I didn't really eat while I was talking to y'all, I'm finna destroy this while I'm watching another episode of Game of Thrones. So, look, that's all I got to say about that. Give Game of Thrones a try. Give Canes a try. Get the Caniac if you want to be greedy. The box combo is usually enough, but I went big because I thought I was going to be on this joint talking all day. But obviously not. So I got the caniac, which is 6 chicken tenders and fries and some delicious garlic toast. That's ice cold now, because I didn't let it sit for probably about 25 minutes. It's still fine though. Antonella, you gotta get on the bandwagon. Hey, look, I'm gonna go watch some more Game of Thrones. Be on the lookout in the next couple of days for when I talk about. Definitely the first video gonna be my my top 3 heartbreaks from season 1 to 5. That's on the way. And I also got the prank wars coming up. Yes, you heard it right. The prank wars. It's getting real around my house. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That video coming up, and there's been some real messed up stuff didn't happen. I'm pretty sure I might be homeless after what happened 2 hours ago. That video is coming out soon. That's all I gotta say. Random place out. Oh.